What is going on, guys? My name is Namby, whatever you know me by. And as you guys can tell by the title of the video, today I'm going to be making a pretty substantial announcement on my YouTube channel. I've already announced it on Twitter. I put a tweet out explaining everything, but I thought I'd make a video just to cover everything in like more detail and stuff as well. Yeah, I'm basically quitting COD. And I'm, just taking myself out of the COD community, out of the sniping community and all that. I'm just going to take some time to explain to you guys why that is. And yeah, so some of you guys may know I've been around this community for a fucking long time, since like 2010. Like when trick shotting first started to sort of get big, and like when Optic started helping out FaZe and they started gaining more subs because of Optic, and trick shotting started taking off a little bit. That's when I first got into the COD community. I didn't have a recording device back then, but all of my friends did, and I just did what everyone else did back then, and we just fucking watched loads of insane trick shotting videos, or what we thought were insane at the time, and just did the exact same thing ourselves, and just slayed Modern Warfare 2 like all afternoon after school, all weekends, just trying to make somewhat equivalent like trick shotting montages and stuff like that. So I've been around for a fucking long time. Not that I've really got much to show for it. Like I put out a few episodes and a couple of montages here and there, and I've not really got much to show for it other than the fact that I'm still here, I'm still standing, I guess. But in the last 7 years, I have seen the community change so much. Like, it is developed into something that, like, I don't think anyone, back in the day ever thought that the community would take off and, like, change this much over time, but it really has. And the sad thing is, it's turned into something that I don't really like anymore, and I don't really like to think of myself as a part of. Before I go into this, I don't want to say like, oh, it was better back then and now it sucks. Like, that's pretty much the gist, but there's more to it than just that. Like, it is more to do with me than it is the community itself as to why I'm quitting. But yeah, back in the day, it was sort of just like you and your mates, and you just go on COD, and you just spend hours on end in a private match, just going for 720s off like the terminal ladder stall and stuff like that. And we did that for hours and hours and hours. And if you hit it, then you had it on fucking record, and you might put it, you might even single upload it, be like, yo, here's sick trick shot, I tried a private match. And even back then, it would get hundreds of views, and it'd be like, yo, this guy's sick at trick shot, let's like recruit him to our team or whatever. Back when teams like fucking TP were still around. God, who even fucking remembers TP? And like Floor and like Fume and like teams like that. It was sick. And now it's like, oh, it's just so fucking different. Like, standards rule everything, and it's a really money-based, which sucks. If you want to see me rant like full on about the COD community, then I actually have a video called the COD Community Rant. So if you guys actually do want to hear my thoughts on the COD community at large, then yeah, you can go watch that. The actual gist of it is I don't enjoy it at all anymore. Any of it. I don't enjoy the games, the format, the people, the community, everything. Like, I don't know. It's just started to get really boring, really repetitive, and it's just not really for me. The concept of making montages and everything like that has just become so repetitive. I just don't feel like it's really worth it when every single clip you hit or upload, or every single video you upload, or every single episode, it's not only the fact that you might spend ages and hours and like so much blood, sweat and tears putting into that project, but then to do that, be so proud of it, put it on YouTube, and it, no matter how much fun you had making it, no matter how good the edit might be, or how much you've progressed during the time of you making the project, or anything like that, people are always going to sit down and write in the comment section, be like, oh, well, like, it was only a 5 on, and like on that map it really needs to be like a 6 on, or like a 5 multi, and it needs to be with a bolt action, it needs to be all quick scopes, etc. It's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why? Just let me make a video on a game I enjoy and put it on the internet for people to watch and enjoy as much as I've enjoyed creating it. Like, that is what it should be, and that is what it was, and it's not really like that anymore, so I'm not really a fan. I feel like these days the community is more like a grim dictatorship, really, put forward and upheld by the higher up members of the community, and people just, they put a standard, and then if it's not met, then supposedly everything below that is just fucking shit and not worth anyone's time or anyone's views or anyone's attention, and it's just really shit. Because I feel like one of the most important things about not just this but any hobby is that you should be having fun with it, and that you should be showing that you're having fun with it and having fun with the people that you're doing it with, as opposed to being like, well, here's a montage we spent 3 years recording for, every single clip is a 5 on times 3 and above, and that's why it's good. It shouldn't be good because of that. It should be good because you had fun making it and people can see that you had fun making it, and because it's fucking entertaining. And I don't think that should be dictated by the amount of kills on the feed. Do you know what I mean? In the last few weeks, I've spent way more time making IRL videos and the skating videos that you guys have seen, both the A Day in My Life video and the carpet boarding video as well. Like, I've made, you know, those 2 videos, and I've been planning way more videos. I've just spent way more time out shooting footage in general with like my friends who also skate, and it's just been so much more fun. It's so much more fun to be outside and skating and actually progressing and feel like you're learning more every single time, because there reaches a point where you're doing COD as a hobby, like as your main like part of your hobby, where you realize that you don't really progress anymore. Like you might hit a clip that you've never hit before. Like say you've never hit a triple collat head. I've never hit a triple collat head in my 7 years of COD. And you might hit one and you might be like, oh sick, I hit triple collat head. But you realize actually that's just because the people lined up and I took the shot. It's not because you got better at the game or anything like that. It's not because you actually progressed in any way, shape or form. Whereas skating and like IRL stuff and like actually making in real life videos, you know, it is progression. There's so much progression, whether it's within skating and you learning different tricks so you've been more comfortable on the board, or with, you know, the actual making of the videos and being like, yo, I'm better at photography now, I'm better at editing now, I can like make this, you know, shit area where, you know, me and my friends are hanging out look fucking amazing because I know how to use a camera properly and like I know how to color grade it properly. And I feel like that is something that's way more important, is like progression. And I feel like there's not enough of that in the COD community, which is why, you know, another reason that I'm not enjoying it as much anymore whatsoever. And believe me, I'll still play COD. Like I will still continue to play it now and then, but as far as like making montages goes, other than maybe the odd mini here and there, like if that, and regular content goes, like I just can't be doing it anymore, man. I don't want to associate myself with the Call of Duty community because it's just not something I enjoy anymore. The games, everything, like it's just not for me anymore. I feel like for the last 2 years, Call of Duty has been more of an endurance test than anything else, and to be honest, I feel like I've endured enough. I've used it more of a means of staying in touch with my friends who I've met through it. You know, people like Jamie or Skylar, whatever you know him by, or Han, or Sean, or, you know, any of those guys. You guys know who you are. Like, you know, for the last 2 years, it's been me, you know, the only reason I've really kept coming back to COD is because, you know, I kind of just want to hang out with my mates and play some video games and make some cool projects. And I realized recently that I don't actually need to be making Call of Duty content to do that. I can be making any sort of gaming content. I can just be helping out with leading Sin, as I will continue to do, by the way, and so on and so forth. So yeah, so my content is changing. It's going to change a lot, but I am still going to be making videos. I am still going to be making YouTube videos. It's just going to be way more of the sort of stuff that you started to see recently. So there's stuff like the carpet boarding and the A Day in My Life video. Like soon there's going to be another, like a second A Day in My Life video. It's going to be way more skating. I'm going to start a series called Flat Ground Friday, where I basically just like push myself to learn a new trick, whether it be, you know, obviously I'm starting at the basics, you know, I'm trying to get my flip tricks down and stuff like that. So Flat Ground Friday is another series that I'm totally going to bring on board, as well as fuck ton more games, man. There's still going to be a ton of gaming videos. I can assure you guys of that. It's just not going to be all COD related, like barely any COD at all. And I'm actually really excited for it. But the problem is, I looked up at my game shelf up there the other day, and I was like, shit, almost every game I have is COD or Guitar Hero. And I'm totally down to make some Guitar Hero videos, by the way. That is something I totally want to do. And yeah. Like, so I need new games. I really do need some games. So if you guys have any, like, you know, suggestions of any games that you want to see me play, or any videos that you want to see me make on a certain game, you know, literally whatever it is, then let me know down in the comments, because I'm happy to literally try anything at this point, because I just want to have fun playing multiple video games and just enjoying video games for what they actually are, and making some cool content out of it. And it's going to be cool. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas whatsoever, any ideas for games that are out now, any ideas for games that are going to be out in the future that you want me to get, then let me know down in the comments, and yeah, I'll get on it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It really does mean a lot that if you've sat and watched this long, it really does mean a lot. But yeah, here's to a productive future. Have a good day, guys. I'll catch you later. Ciao.